Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to learn about the best practices of data mining. Before going to study about what all the best practices, still now from the previous class, what and all we studied about what is meant by data warehousing, what is meant by data visualization, database, and how it has been compiled, how it has been decision is taken with respect to BDI, that is a business data intelligence and applications. So what is the business intelligence applications we can incorporate, how it will be helpful for the business applications and business intelligence applications, and how it has been categorized, whether it is in supervised learning or it is an unsupervised learning, how the data can be categorized based on supervised and unsupervised. Now all together today we are going to learn about what is the best practice of data mining. So before learning the 6 best essentials of data mining, today we are going to learn about what is the mean by data mining and how it is being used for the business. Now data mining is an effective and a successful use of activity requires for both business and technology. The business aspects helps understand the domain and the key questions. Once if we say it is in a data, we can understand what actually the domain is and what actually the questions are available and how we can resolve that. It also helps one imagine the possible relationship in the data, that is how one data can interrelate or incorporate with the other data, then how the compilation can be done, what is the future aspects with that data, so that it can be taken care from the data mining. And it also creates a hypothesis, that is a graphical representation to test it whether in the future the past data will be incorporated, compiled, is it useful or not. So that is called as a cleansing data, selecting the data, gathering the data, what we discussed. Similarly, the IT aspect helps to fetch the data from many sources, that is the extraction of a data, clean up the data, assemble it to meet the needs of the business problem, then run the data mining techniques on the platform. It may be in supervised data, it may be in unsupervised data. Not only that, the important element is to go after the problem iteratively. It is better to provide divide and conquer method. Yes, once if we identified the data, now we are going to collect the data into smaller amount of data, like small pieces, clusters. Same set of behaviors can be set together and made it as a small amount of data and get closer to the heart of the solution, and in an iterative sequence of steps. That is, we can, instead of solving a big problem, divide the problem into small pieces. Now each problem can be worked deeply such that we can give an effective solution. That is called as a divide and conquer method, that can also be taken by using the data mining. Now data mining industry has proposed one method called as a CRISP, that is called a cross industry standard process for data mining. Now we are going to study what are the 6 essential steps of a data mining. Yeah, this is about the CRISP data mining cycle. Here we can see the diagram. Here there is a first thing is there is a storage repository, that is a data. Now this data, how it has been taken care for the business understanding or for an data understanding, data preparation, modeling, going for an evaluation, and then for the deployment. So what I want to say here, the data is only in one single point of contact, it is in a central table. Now if it is in the central table, now that data how I can extract for the need. If it is in a business understanding, business need, then they will extract the data. So this is you can find here. Once if it is in understanding the business, now I have to understand the data, what actually data are available. Once if I collected the data from the business, then I have to go for a preparation of the data, that is a transformation of the data, which data is useful, not useful, which is accessible, gather the data, select the data, cleanse the data, GI you do, garbage in you do, garbage out. These are all called as data modeling, that is about mining the things. Then it has to go for testing, that is evaluation. We have to compare whether the past data, past 3-4 years data, and we should incorporate to the future. Then what is the expectation, all those things. These are all called as evaluation results. Now once the evaluation result is done, then again I can go back and I can take the business understanding. Again I have to collect some more data. So here you can check it out, it is in a loop. This is in a loop. Once if it has been cleared, then we can move back to the deployment of the data. This is the deployment of the data. So what I want to say, first understand the business, understand the data, then do some data preparation by collecting the different tools and techniques, model the data, then you go for testing the result. During a testing, you maybe understand the business again and the process is successful, then you can go for a deployment of the data. So this is the crisp data mining cycle. This is one of the best practice in the industries. Now we'll go with the general discussion. What all the best practices are available, what all the things are there. First one is in a business understanding, that is asking the right business question. A question is a good one if the answer it would lead to a large payoffs for the organization. That is the first stage. Second stage is to be creative and open in proposing an imaginative hypothesis for the solution. That is a thinking outside the box. That is important. That is called as a data. Then the data should be clean and high quality of a data we have to take. Once it is done, then continuously engage in the data until the data yields to some good insights. The result, evaluation, compilations. Then the dissemination and the rollout of the solution is a key to a project success. So this is about the step by step of this previous diagram, crisp data mining, and this is about the each more steps how it has been processed. Now what is the myth about the data mining? There are many myths about the area, scaring away many business executives from the using data mining. First myth is about the algorithm. Yes, this is very important. Data mining is about algorithm used by the business to answer the important and practical business questions. Second one is about the predictive accuracy. Third one is data warehouse. Then we'll talk about the requires the data mining for the large quantities of data. Then requires a technology expert. So please remember, my dear students, these are the 5 myths of the data mining. Again I'll repeat. One is the algorithm, second one is the predictive accuracy, third one is the data warehousing, large quantities of data, whether it is maybe a past data or for compilation of the future. Then about the technology, the one which you are applying for evaluation and for the processing. So these are the 5 myths of the data mining. Now we'll do what all the mistakes generally we will see in the data mining. Select the wrong problem for data mining. That is absolutely wrong. Buried under a mountain of data without clear metadata. That's what it is. Then whether it is useful or not, that is called extraction of data. Disorganized data mining. Yes, disorder is one thing. Insufficient business knowledge, that is one. Incompatibility of data mining tools, that is about the visualization, gathering, preparation, mining, working together, all. Then locked the data jailhouse, that is an inheritance behavior, looking only in aggregated results and not an individual record. That is one mistake. Running out of time, measuring your results differently from the way your sponsors measures them. I am using one algorithm, they are applying one algorithm, then it's gone. Naively believing everything you are told about the data, that is you are correct, whatever I am telling it is correct. No, that is a naively believing everything you are told about the data. That is also naively believing everything you are told about your own data mining analysis. No, that means you have not applied any skills or the technology. So these are the some of the mistakes generally will be identified from the data mining. So we'll with very fast we'll memorize today's session. One is about the best practices, that is about the crisp data mining, and what all the best practices you should remember for deployment. To reach the deployment, how to go within a business, understanding data, understanding preparation, modeling and evaluation. Then what are the best myths of the, you can say it is in a thumb rules of a data mining, is about the algorithm, accuracy, warehouse, large quantity of data, and the technology or the expert or the skill what we are using. Then we will go with mistakes. The data mining mistakes, generally what we will do, the wrong problem for a data mining, huge data without any clarity in that, insufficient knowledge. Third one is about disorganizing the data, which is garbage in, which is garbage out, that knowledge we don't have. Insufficient business knowledge, incompatibility, that is inheritance, your visualization is not there. Then work with the data from multiple sources in a multiple industry, standard formats. It is based aggregating results only I am taking, running out of time, measuring your results differently what opponent people are measuring, and naively believing everything you are only told, whatever you are telling and whatever the analysis you have done is correct. That is called as believing everything you are told about your own data mining analysis. So these are some of the overview of about our subject, data mining best practices and data mining myths and data mining mistakes. And the best practice about the industry you are using, crisp data mining psych. Thank you.